guys, if you haven't already, hit that like, share, subscribe button before me join the video. So please club, turn on all post notifications by hitting the notification bell for me. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's feeling good. I want to give you guys today a update video on the R129 SL500. It's been a minute, so thought I'd drop something on this. So car came back from the shop. So I guess from the last video, okay. So I'm trying to figure out what. Okay, so we changed the fuel filter in the car. The wiring harness was repaired, fuel filter, rotor and distributor caps and rotors. And what else? Spark plugs were changed in this car. And now the car is sputtering when you hit the gas pedal. So whenever you hit the gas pedal, sort of like you're regularly driving, abruptly, how you would in traffic, it has a sputter. I'll try to insert the video. But yeah, it has a sputter, so thinking maybe the throttle body, maybe an air mass sensor, so yeah, this is definitely part of it, guys. These old cars, they need a lot of attention. I'm gonna be honest, it's like the only thing with this car, it feels like it's one thing after the other now. Hopefully this is the last thing for a little minute. Not a little minute, but at least till the car is able to really be drivable and, on a consistent basis. Because right now, like, it's drivable and you can take it out, but, hitting the pedal abruptly, it makes the driving of it kind of, I don't know, pain right now. So definitely has to go back to the shop. That'll be happening this week because they're like all booked up, guys. It's the worst time to bring a car to the shop right now. Any kind of shop, cosmetics, engine is bad. Everybody's trying to get this stuff ready for summertime. But car will be going back to the shop in 2 weeks. So not this week, but next week, I believe. So we're gonna see, what the deal is with this car. Hopefully, it's something, I don't know. It just seems like one thing after the other, to be honest. Before the wiring harness, went. No, this problem just arose in probably like the last week. After we picked the car up from having the fuel filter change, this happened probably on the next start. So that's when I noticed it. So hopefully, I did read on the forums that they said it could have been moisture in the distributor caps, but the car did sit in the sun, so it has been started up and ran. So the moisture should have disappeared by now if that's what it was. I'm not thinking that's what it is. I'm thinking that maybe it is the throttle body or something else. So something to do with the air and gas mixture, which could lead to the throttle body. Could be a sensor, again, could be a few things. So if anybody has any ideas, any mechanics, anybody that has the R129 stuck with this issue, has an idea of what it could possibly be, put it in the comment section. I'm always just, I'd love to have an idea of where it can go, where it's going and all of that, but yeah, the car will be going to a specialist now, so you can figure out this problem, because to be honest with you, I kind of want to drive this car for real, so we're gonna see what it's gonna be. I really wanted to do an update video for you guys on this car. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing to this car is adding the European headlights. Put in the comment section what you guys think about the European headlights on this car, how they would look. Should we do the conversion? I think it would look really nice on this car. I think it would be something different because I don't really see too many people R129s in the States with Euro headlights on. Maybe seen about 2 or 3, you know. Yeah, so put it in the comment section what you guys think about the Euro headlights. I do want to get another one of these soon because you guys can see how that looks. So that's got to be replaced. Again, we got a lot of things, a lot of content coming with this car. I'm gonna try to start vlogging and dropping a lot more often, guys. So definitely hit your notification button for this one. Because yeah, we should have some content coming on this very, very soon. A lot more. Yeah, we got wheel content coming. A lot of stuff coming for this car. So stay tuned. Hopefully, I'm hopefully trying to. Hopefully, this car will be done by like the end of June. In terms of just really the basics. You guys do know I do want to maybe do some ground effects. Hopefully, maybe for this car. That won't be happening by the end of June. Now the ground effects won't be happening by the end of June, but all the basics, and certain little extras should be done by the end of June. So we'll see, but I will be keeping you guys posted. I will be dropping more. Just been doing a lot of stuff, behind the scenes. Yeah, so. But yeah, I do think Euro headlights will look really good on this car with clear corners. With the clear corner headlight signal, I definitely think that might be the way to go. Put it in the comment section what you guys think about a painted grille, painted the same body color. Put what you think. Definitely think leaving the chrome because it'll go with the wheels. So yeah, guys, there's new wheels coming for this car very soon. You guys will see how they look. Not getting rid of the monoblocks. Don't worry, they're not going anywhere. The monoblocks are definitely being kept. Maybe some thinner tires on these. Because these tires, I think the front is definitely way too thick. So definitely some thinner tires on these, but these will definitely be fall winter wheels. If this car is driven, which it probably won't be driven much. Not really trying to run the miles up crazy on it. The miles are at I think 96,000. So I'm not really trying to run it up crazy. I'm not really trying to break 100,000 anytime soon. It's a beautiful car. But yeah, guys. So this will be at the end of the day what they call a tuner Benz. Some people don't like it, some people do. It won't be strayed too far from how it really looks now, to be honest with you, except for the European headlights, which, it really is originally how the car looked. It's not really, this car really originally did not look like this. The original design was not like this. The original design was with the Euro headlights. This is the U.S. adaptation, which still looks beautiful, but that bezel ring, was originally wasn't there, in the original by Bruno Sacco. So, yeah, I think that'll make definitely a good addition to make this one, again, a little bit more of a VSOP SL. I don't want it to really look like everybody else's car out there. I've seen 2 other SLs on Instagram, on the forums, in this color. Of course, after you get it, you start seeing all of these other ones. I guess because you start noticing it more. But I did see one, but this one will be a little bit more unique, guys. We can't have ourselves really looking. No car like this, we can't have it really looking the same as everybody else's. But the funny part is those two other cars that I've seen on Instagram, to be honest with you, remind me a lot of how my father's first R129 looked back in the day. Um, so my father's R129 was a black R129. Actually, I'm gonna tell you this from another story. I'll give you a little bit though. It was a black R129 300, and he did have some custom touches on the car. And to be honest with you, this is probably it was probably the only R129 that I seen rolling during period. So when the car was new, and let's take this all the way back, it's probably the only one I've seen that was rolling on these wheels, rolling on wheels, really in New York. Because when you saw R129s back then, guys, when I saw them as a kid, okay, in New York, you really didn't see too many with rims on them, you know. Even monoblocks, you really didn't see too many with monoblocks on them. You really saw some with stock wheels on. And if they did change them, 9 times out of 10, they weren't any, of the sought-after tuner Mercedes wheels, like Aero wheels, MAE wheels, even OZ Venturas or something like that. They weren't any of those wheels. Usually there was something that just didn't go with the car, really. Didn't do anything for the car, So, definitely, this should be special build. I haven't seen another R129 in New York that will look how this one looks. So, it should definitely be a nice build, definitely a standout build. We are in right now out on the east end of Long Island, and this is, to be honest with you guys, it is to me where everybody, everybody really brings their SL, So if you come out to the east end, spend a weekend, spend a few days out here, you guys will see and notice that the SL, the W107, the R107, and R107, the W221, the 230 drop top, and it's, I want to say it's 63, 62, in that era, 60s era. You'll see those rolling, you see R107s rolling, you see Pagodas rolling, but this is the land out here of the convertible two-door Mercedes, especially once they start getting vintage and classic. You start seeing a lot of them roll out here. I haven't seen, you see Euros out here. I haven't seen too many tuner Benzes though. Maybe any. There's not too many R129s out here. I think there's maybe 2 others again. That's funny. There's 2 on the Instagram that are the same color, and there's 2 out here on the east end that are the same color. And those 2 that are out here are not on Instagram. That's the funny part. But yeah. So it'll be you guys are definitely in for something. Again, it should be a fun build, something that we all gonna go through together and do together. So if you're looking for an R129 or you're looking to get into an R129, definitely follow this channel, and you can see all of the problems, all of the stuff that you really got to deal with, dealing with this car, dealing with these old cars, dealing with a car like this. I'm not some of the biggest collectors, some of the bigger collectors out there, like a Yelly, AMG, Garage 90, Patina Collective, classic Mercedes. But yeah, guys, I'm not some of the bigger collectors, but not some of the bigger collectors like, Garage 90, Patina Collective. There's a lot of guys out here that, older guys, that really, took this tuner bench thing to a whole new level. The only difference and the only perspective that I can really offer, or that this channel can really offer you guys, is that, I grew up on tuner benches, so a lot of guys, now are collecting, older, now they're starting to collect these cars. I never, when I was younger, guys, and I saw these cars, my father bought the R129 from Florida, okay, bought it from Fort Lauderdale, a dealer called Auto Panache. This is a dealer also that sold Mike Tyson the car. I want to say they sold him a Jag, the XJ220. Supposedly he came into this dealership and put a car on two American Express cards. That was the thing. But anyway, he did buy the car from Florida, shipped it home. Now again, guys, when I was in Florida, like I still remember all of this stuff when I was a kid, from when we went to Florida, and went to the car dealership and all of the crazy cars they had in there. And that wasn't the only dealership we went to. We went to quite a few different dealerships. We also went to a dealership called the Toy Store. If you guys who ever read the DuPont Registry or something like that, you guys will remember that store. Remember that dealership. But we went to that store. We went to quite a few different dealerships. This is the first place I saw Porsche Strosics, with Strosic kits in the dealership. Guys, these were new cars, okay? And I'm gonna get into this whole thing about how the 90s, okay, was with the car scene and how different it was. I'm gonna get into AMGs and how AMGs weren't really sought after and all of this. I'm gonna get into all of this stuff because again, guys, I grew up with this stuff. I didn't, I'm not the guy. I knew about, AMG, MAE since I was a kid. I've known about Lorenzers since I was a kid, known about Brabus since I was a kid. Again, guys, I've been into Benzes, okay? I've been into this stuff. I've been into cars, okay? I'm the kid who used to read the DuPont Registry instead of Scholastic News, okay? So that's how, deep just even on the reading I was. And then, my father was a car guy, so a lot of this stuff, like these cars I saw new. I remember when he first got the car and he hit the top, and back then, guys, there was no car that did this. A lot now, you guys are spoiled, and we're all spoiled, but there was no car that did this. I'm telling you, like when you used to hit the top on this car, like even the police would stop and look at you. Like everybody would be stunned. Like it was just crazy.